You know exactly what you need to do, but you just can't get yourself to do it. Hours pass, days slip away, and that task stays untouched. But what if I told you the problem isn't your motivation, it's your mindset? Few minutes, I'll show you. A simple shift that forces you into action even when you don't feel like it. Because few don't change this now, you'll keep watching your potential slip through your fingers. 1. The power of taking action. There exists a fundamental misunderstanding about success, a belief that one must first be inspired, toked. This is a fatal misconception. Success is not reserved for those who wait for motivation. Rather, it belongs to those who cultivate the discipline to act, regardless of their emotional state. The truth is simple. Motivation follows movement. It is not the cause of action, but the effect. Many believe they must feel ready before they embark on their journey towards success. They wait for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, or a surge of inspiration that may never arrive. This hesitation is the primary reason so many fail to achieve their goals. The successful, however, operate differently. They understand that action precedes clarity. By taking the first step, they uncover the path forward. Each action reveals opportunities and insights that were previously hidden in the fog of inaction. A young man once sought financial success, but found himself trapped by hesitation. He studied, prepared, and strategized, yet his plans remain unexecuted. He waited for inspiration to strike, believing that only then would he possess the confidence to proceed. But the truth is, confidence is built through action. It is not a prerequisite, but air salt. One cannot think their way into success. They must act their way into it. History is replete with examples of men who acted boldly despite uncertainty. Thomas Edison did not wait for inspiration to perfect the electric light bulb. He experimented relentlessly, allowing each failure to bring him closer to success. Henry Ford did not hesitate until the automobile industry proved profitable. He acted with conviction. Andro shaped the world. The defining trait of these men was not their ability to summon motivation, but their willingness to act in its absence. When a man acts, he engages with reality in a way that thought alone never allows. He sees what works, what does not, and what must be adjusted. Each step taken eliminates out and replaces it with knowledge. In contrast, the man who waits for motivation remains stagnant, ensnared in the web of overthinking and self-doubt. The biggest challenge is always the first step. The initial resistance, whether in business, personal development, or any endeavor, feels insurmountable, but the moment one pushes past it, the force of momentum takes over. The mind rewards movement with clarity and conviction. What once seemed impossible becomes inevitable. A salesman who hesitates before making his first call finds himself paralyzed by fear. But if he forces himself to dial the number, something remarkable happens. The fear diminishes, his confidence grows, and with each subsequent call, the process becomes easier. He did not wait for motivation. He acted, and motivation followed. The principle applies universally. the entrepreneur launches his venture. Without complete certainty, the writer who begins before inspiration strikes. The speaker takes, despite nerves. All succeed not because they felt ready, but because they refuse to let inaction dictate their fate. The path to success is not illuminated by motivation. It is carved by disciplined action. The man who masters this truth understands that waiting is the enemy of progress. He acts whether he feels like it or not, knowing that motivation will always catch up to those already moving. 2. Overcoming fear and doubt. Fear is the enemy of progress. It stands like a shadow at the threshold of every great endeavor, whispering doubts into our ears. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? It murmurs, planting seeds of hesitation in our minds. But here's the truth. Fear is a liar. Most of what we fear never actually happens. Even if it does, so what? Failure is not themed. It is merely a stepping stone on the path to success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. The difference between them and those who remain paralyzed by fear: they kept moving forward. They refused to let fear dictate their actions. They understood that progress is born from action, not from endless contemplation. The first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most crucial. Taking that step, even while afraid, is what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Fear shrinks when you move toward it. It thrives in the unknown, growing in power the longer you hesitate. But the moment you take action, its grip weakens. This is because courage isn't the absence of fear. It is taking action despite fear. Think about the worst-case scenario. Can you handle it? The answer is almost always size. Human beings are far more resilient than they give themselves credit for. Most failures are recoverable. Most mistakes can be corrected, and in the rare case that things go truly wrong, the experience still provides valuable lessons that pave the way for future success. Fear feeds on hesitation. The longer you wait, the stronger it becomes. That's why procrastination is fear's greatest ally. The mind magnifies the imagined consequences of failure, making them seem insurmountable. But the only way to beat fear is to act immediately. Action is the antidote to fear. Even small, consistent actions begin to dissolve it. Every step forward, no matter how small, chips away at the illusion of fear's power. Think of fear as a wall that seems unscalable at first glance. From a distance, it appears intimidating, impenetrable. But as you approach it, you begin to see the cracks. And when you take action, when you start climbing, it turns out the wall was never as high as it seemed. Fear is like that. It deceives you into believing that progress is impossible, when in reality, the only thing standing in your way is inaction. Edwin C. Barnes, a man who had a burning desire to work with Thomas Edison. Barnes had no money, no connections, and no clear path to success, only a vision and an unwavering determination. He could have let fear stop him, but instead he took action. He boarded a freight train, arrived at Edison's office, and boldly declared his intent to become his business partner. Though he was initially given a low-level job, he never let go of this dream. Years later, when the opportunity arose, Barnes seized it and became a key figure in Edison's business. His story is a testament to the fact that fear loses its power when faced with decisive action. So how do you overcome fear? The answer is simple. Face it head on. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no such thing. The only way to diminish fear is to act. Break your goal into smaller steps and tackle them one by one. With each action you take, fear loses its hold on you. The more you confront it, the weaker it becomes. Before you know it, what unsized, terrifying becomes just another challenge to overcome. The truth is, fear only has power if you let it stop you. The greatest enemy of progress is not failure, but the refusal to try. The choice is yours. Will you let fear dictate your future? Or will you take control and move forward despite it? The answer to that question will determine the trajectory of your life. Choose wisely. Choose action. Choose progress. 3. Destroying procrastination. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How often has tomorrow turned into next week, next month, next year? Before you even realize it, time has slipped away, leaving you with nothing but unfulfilled plans and lost potential. The truth is, the perfect moment you're waiting for does not exist. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can take control of your life. Procrastination is a silent thief. It disguises itself as preparation, perfectionism, or the need for ideal conditions. You tell yourself you need more time, more knowledge, more confidence. But the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to start. Every delay strengthens the habit of inaction. The only way to break free is to take action. Now, even if it's messy, even if it's small, one imperfect action is worth more than 100 perfect intentions. Start by implementing the 5-minute rule. Commit to working on something for just 5 minutes. That's all. No pressure, no overthinking. Once you begin, you'll likely keep going. Momentum is powerful. It transforms hesitation into progress. The hardest part of any task is the beginning, but once you push past the initial resistance, everything becomes easier. Discipline is key. Distractions are everywhere. Social media, notifications, endless entertainment. If you don't control your environment, it will control you. Set clear deadlines. Break big tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Prioritize consistency over perfection. Small daily efforts compound over time and create massive results. Success is not about doing something once in a while. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Accountability is your ally. Tell someone about your goals. Track your progress. Write things down. When you make a commitment to yourself and others, you'll create a sense of responsibility that makes it harder to give up. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't talent. It's the ability to take action without waiting for the right mood or the perfect conditions. Time is your most valuable resource. Every moment you waste waiting for the right time is a moment you'll never get back. Your future is being shaped right now by what you choose to do or not do. Will you continue to wait, or will you take control and start today? The choice is yours. Tomorrow is not promised,